Hey, this 5-minute quickie does go on a little bit, not too long, but it's so simple. It's a simple step to create wonders in your life. It's so bloody simple, and I love it. Have a listen, because you're going to learn so much from one little thing. It's going to create greatness in your life. Okay, have a listen.
This is Personal Development Unplugged with Paul Clough.
In simplicity, there is genius.
In simplicity, there is genius.
Hey, your 5-minute quickie. And you know, in Personal Development Unplugged, we're all about, guess what? Personal development and finding that better self, becoming your hero, as it were, and just making the best life you can for yourself. Now, how do you do that? How do you do that? Well, we've got loads of stuff here, but one thing I think people miss out on is when you have a dream, when you have a goal, when you have a project, when you have a thought for yourself, whether you have an issue, anything that's going on in your life, positive, negative, you can think about it. And we do think about it, don't we? We think hard and long. In fact, we bloody worry about stuff sometimes. Then we get anxious. Then we get overwhelmed. And then we get all those bloody stupid things like imposter syndromes and procrastination and stuff like that. All stuff that just piles us down, I guess, weighs on our shoulders and stops us doing the very thing that we want to do, which is enjoy life by finding joy, love, and just having the bestest time by becoming the bestest of ourselves. Now, one very small thing, that if you did it, would start that journey in such an easier way. Well, you might even ask, well, okay, Cluffy, what could that be? What could that be if it's that easy and it's missing? And I've told you, well, not told you, I've mentioned it so many times before. It's write that sucker down. If you have a thought, write that sucker down. I am mad for little notebooks. I've got them here. I've got a little field book. I've got a beautiful brownie one with like leather on it. And write your thoughts down. I've got a puzzle book. It's that size. Well, it's an A4 size-ish, A6, A5, I don't know the size, where I sit and think and ask myself questions, but I write them down, because when you write them down, it does so many different things. You can always come back to them. And as you do come back to them, you find that you have insights, inspiration maybe. Suddenly there's an answer that comes that you didn't know was there because you've written it down. And you've in some way asked your unconscious mind, you go away and think about it for me. Find the answer when I come back. And you might not be the total answer, but it's a glimpse into the answer. And it's a step forward, bit by bit. Because personal development is an adventure of steps. And each step leads to another opportunity. And if you see an opportunity, write that sucker down. So have one in your pocket, a little notebook in your pocket, and something comes to mind, write it down. Yeah, you can write it on your phone. I do occasionally, but it's not the same. It's not the same as handwriting. It's a skill that so many people have lost now, writing that sucker down. And you'll come back to it, maybe a week later, maybe a month later. Sometimes I go back through my pages of puzzle books where I've just thought of things and thought, hey, I remember that question. Oh, here's an answer. And it just seems to work. It just seems to work so perfectly, even though we don't have perfect in this world. But if you really are investing in yourself, and who other fucker is going to invest for you? No one. You'll have friends who support you, but at the end of the day, it's all down to you, because no one can make you do anything you want to do. All you have to, have that will to do whatever it takes. And this is the one thing, the one simple thing. The cost is so little. The return on the investment is so massive. And you'll look back over a month maybe and go, wow, first of all, here I am. Where was I a month ago? Oh, I've changed so much. And you wouldn't recognize it. but now you can. And when you look back in those little notebooks, you go, oh, that was wonderful. And you get a sense of gratitude for your will to do whatever it takes, but a sense of gratitude for your unconscious mind and how you're both consciously and unconsciously working together. Now, I think just a little bit, I've given a little bit of my enthusiasm away for this. The speed I talk, I don't normally speak this fast, but I get so excited about sharing simple things. In simplicity, there's genius. We know that. It's not bloody difficult. We can make it difficult. We can make it as difficult as we need to. Or we can break it down into simple steps. And first of all, to find those simple steps, write that sucker down. I'm sorry to keep harping on about it, but it's just something that came to mind. And I thought, well, yeah, I'm going to repeat it because there's a saying, repetition, I think, is the mother of skill. And I also know that sometimes we need to repeat things and remember things. We might not get it the first, second or third time. On the fourth time, we go, oh, that's a bloody good idea. Where did that come from? I wonder. So just do it. Just bloody do it. You'll reap the benefit, and why not? Anyway, that's a 5-minute quickie. It's a sort of, not a rant. It's just, I just want to share something which is so easy, so good. Give it a go. Just give it a go. Cost you about £3, $3 at the most. But it will create such greatness in your life. You know, the things you've heard. You just hear someone, I hear a sentence in a podcast. I go, that is something I'm going to keep. They're like, not memes, because I don't like memes, but they're like something that goes, that has resonated within me. And there's a reason for it resonating. I think I'm going to do a longer podcast on this because I think there's so much more that when we dive into it, from such a simple step to get so many benefits from it. It's a win-win. There is no downside. No downside. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It's just something I'm passionate about. And please share it. I want to say, wouldn't it be great if we saw everybody writing little notes down and thinking and making a life of joy and love and creating, well, the self they want to be. Yeah, please share it. Subscribe. Press that bloody subscribe button if you haven't. And I'll see you on the longer podcast where we'll dive deeper into this stuff. Okay? Till the next time, my friend, it's time to fly.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.